Hello, this is Unknown Void Cat, and welcome back to another SNKRX video. Last video, I tried doing a Swarmer build, but I was unfortunately held back by the fact that I didn't really consider that Swarm units don't really have very good one-cost units. I'm pretty sure they just don't have one-cost units, like a commenter said. They straight up just don't have any one-cost units. So because of that, I would keep hitting the restart run, trying to get a swarm run going, and I never could because, you know, there just straight up wasn't, like I never could for a long time because there straight up isn't much swarmer units that aren't like pretty expensive. Like there's no one cost, so you'd have to keep restarting until you get a 2 cost, but you know, 2 cost swarmer ain't enough to carry the run very far. You know, you're gonna hit a point where on like high difficulties, you know, it's gonna start to slow down and not do much damage, especially for some of the swarmers, because while some swarmers can summon critters themselves and do some decent damage, some of them require that you have some sort of enemy, like some sort of like backup, because some of the swarmers, like for example the necromancers, they require enemies to die before they can, you know, summon critters, and so they really pair badly by themselves, and that was made quite a huge problem because I just have this tendency in SNKRX that I really don't like getting units that don't fit my build, because I'm like, I don't want to waste money, because you know, if you save money you can get interest, and you know, so I want to like spend as little money as I can on units that don't directly fit my build, but that end up kind of, you know, hurting me in the long run though, because, well, not even the long run, it hurts me in the short run, because if I, ooh, what's a prophet? I don't think I've seen this noble before in my previous one. Summons 8 orbiting wrists every 8 seconds. They fire projectiles. That's pretty cool if I was doing a sorcerer build, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I don't know what build I'm doing for. Like this time, I'm probably not going to go for a swarmer build like I was last video, because I found out like it's going to take a bit more work to do a swarmer build since they take so long, a lot longer to set up. So I think I'm just going to go for whatever build just happens to like appear that seems interesting, that isn't like a noble build, because I've already beat the mod with a noble build. So essentially I'll just do whatever build is in a noble build that I happen to get some really good units for, that I feel like I want to do. So we'll see, but for now I'm just going to use just random units. You know, I'm not going to be going for a particular build until I get like a good setup, maybe like a good relic, because I found out like I really should stop like trying so hard to immediately get a build going, because early game, you know, you're not gonna have a lot of units from one family, you're not gonna have a lot of relics helping that one family, so you really shouldn't like okay, that's gonna be a restart. What I'm saying is you shouldn't really so hard try to focus down just going for one build, because if you do that, you're gonna just end up getting stuck at like the very first boss, never being able to pass the first boss, because you know, you can never get enough damage that early if you try to just focus one class. You know, one class isn't gonna be enough to get like good early game damage to beat the first boss. Like maybe on the base game difficulty it is, but on like higher level new games plus, you kind of need to like, you know, get random classes until you can like get a lot of money. Though unfortunately doing that does require you losing some interest, because you know, if you spend money you don't get that money saved up for interest, but you know, that's a sacrifice, because it's better to survive now than to die immediately, because what good does interest do if you end up dying to the first boss anyway? Like the interest ain't gonna do you no good if you're dead. Maybe I'll go for a Forcer build. I got this cool bard. He seems to like really fling the enemies pretty far. Maybe I'll go for a Forcer build if I can get any other Forcers. Or actually, now I'm gonna go for a Cursor build. Look at this. 2 Cursors immediately. Watch this. Boom. And then we get a merchant too. Maybe we'll go for a Cursor build because that's got 2 Cursors. Yeah, but even though I am going for cursor build, like I said previously, I'm not going to go full blown, like, only buy cursors and, like, a few support units. Like, I'm going to buy other units from other classes until I get, like, a full roster of, you know, support units. I mean, not support units, a full roster of cursor units to actually, do the damage necessary to, survive by themselves. Okay, any y'all gonna attack? You kind of just sit here. Okay. The one thing I've noticed, so this bloodsucker, this like revenant cursor seems to be kind of low at attacking, like he doesn't attack very fast, but because I have the tailor who sows enemies, which causes the enemies to share damage, this actually makes it so like the low area effect that the bloodsucker has is essentially getting compensated by like the tailor's shared damage that's being applied thanks to the sowed. So these two are actually really pairing well. That's actually a really good pairing. I like that. Also, because I immediately got 2 cursors, get the extra curse targets, which is pretty nice. Real nice. Also, for those who are watching this video and have watched my previous videos and wonder like, why does he sound so different? I actually recently got a mic. Like previously, I've actually all my previous videos where I never even had a microphone. Like I never even had that professional setup. I just had my phone. I'd literally just record my audio using like a phone, and then just add it into the video later. Because what I do is I'd have like my computer recording the gameplay, and I also have my phone open at the same time I'm playing a game, recording my talking, and then I just put them together, after I finish the recording. But recently, for like Christmas, I just got like an actual microphone, so I'm like testing to see how good it is, see if like the audio is like better or at least like equivalent level to the like phone. If it is like better or at least equivalent, I'll probably like replace using the phone and replace it with just this microphone, because that'd be a lot better for a multitude of reasons. The first being that because I'm using a microphone and not like a phone, I'm not having to record on 2 separate things, recording the gameplay on computer while recording audio on my phone, which can be slightly inconvenient because if you do that, you're having to like put together the 2 recordings and edit them together, which can be slightly annoying. Versus if you have the microphone, you can record both the mic and the gameplay together at once, which means you don't have to like edit 2 different recordings together. All you have to do is take that one recording and do whatever other edits you need, like cutting out pieces at the beginning they're not necessary and stuff. So that makes it more convenient. Also, the other reason I want to get the other reason why I need a microphone is that eventually, I don't know if I'm gonna do it right now, but eventually I want to like also do streaming on top of making videos. So I think it'd be cool to like stream me playing games like Factorio, Snurks, maybe like FPL. It'd be cool to make a stream. And so to make a stream, obviously I'm gonna need a microphone. I can't use my phone because my phone is recording audio, not like connecting it. Not like it can't like stream audio. So like if I use a phone, I can only make videos because the phone's recording isn't linked up to the PC's recording, so I can't like send that as a stream. But with a microphone, I can actually like do streams. Okay, so what have I gotten? Lucky Strike, group healing, no. Actually, the bloodsucker heals himself when he hits HP, so he doesn't heal others. So group healing, oh no, that's only for healing orb. Never mind. I thought this was just all healing. It's only healing orb. Never mind. I'll go for speed 3. Actually, like, that might be good. Having just like a basic. Ooh, another cursor. That's so nice. Got the Golder. So if ally takes damage, cursed enemies will take 2 times the damage. So it doesn't do damage itself, but it does like a little bit of like support. And this is actually perfectly good with the paladin, because the paladin, takes way less damage and you can share damage. So I'm not gonna have to worry about like, oh, if I try to take advantage of the Begolder's, damage to like thorns essentially that the Begolder is applying to my people. If I try to take advantage of his things, my people are gonna die from getting hit. But thanks to the paladin protecting them, they're not gonna die after getting hit so quickly, which will allow me to actually use the Begolder's ability, which is cool. And then if I combine it with a cleric to heal up after I get hit and activate the Begolder's ability, that'll make it even better. So I'm gonna do that. And then also, what was I about to do? Oh, I need to put somebody in position 3. I need to choose who's going to be there. I need a bloodsucker probably, because he's like the one cursor that can actually deal damage, not through like a special means. He actually does just straight up damage. So he needs to be in the 3rd position. Okay, Going around. We got a few waves left before the boss wave, so we better get my damage up. Man, those guys died so quick. Like, just like, it's like that shared, like the sewn status effect that Taylor is giving. It might not do damage by himself, but the sewn that he's applying is really useful when combined with other units that like don't have good area of effect, because he takes like high damage, low area of effect units and turns them into high damage and high area of effect damage at the same time, because he like essentially gives a bunch of area of effect potential to high damage units, thanks to him like sharing the damage enemies take with other enemies. I don't really want any of these guys. None of them are good for what I'm doing. I'd rather keep my money, because we got a decent amount of damage. We don't got to stuff our party with more people currently, because our damage is currently fine enough. Though I might add like 1 or 2 random units. If we don't get any more cursors, I might add some random units before we get to the boss. Because this damage is decent, but I don't know if it's enough for a boss. Because this build has a pretty good area of effect damage, thanks to like the zone, but I don't know if it's going to be very good like single target boss damage yet. Thanks to like, despite the fact that like the Bloodsucker does do a decent amount of damage, but he attacks decently slow even with the position 3 relic. So I am worried that he might not be able to kill the boss very quickly on his own. So I might have to add some other units before the boss wave. Paladin's getting a little low in health. Let me move him around. Get a health orb soon, probably. Though this is the last wave, so it doesn't really matter if he dies right now. Arena clear. So it is going to be the elite wave, so I should probably get... I'll get like a Vagrant, put him at the front, and also get a Wanderer. I just want to get I just want to get some extra units just to be like super careful. Just to be extra careful that I can actually beat this boss. And like the Wanderer and Vagrant are really cheap, only 1 per, so I can sell them later if I get new cursors. Plus they do extra contact damage, so they kind of work with my Begolers since they can like hit enemies and deal extra damage. Man, that thing was quick, dude. Man, those like sewn, all the stats effects I'm putting on the enemies is making me kill them super fast. No, I'm not doing a noble build. Like I have 1 noble, but that's just because the Paladin is just good for everything, because all that defense and like protection he's granting the entire party by like taking the damage for them is just so good for anybody. But I don't want to keep him. I don't want to like get more nobles though. Ooh, this is so good, dude. This is literally like one of the things I want to get, because with this, with Hex Touch, this makes it so every single cursor, like the cursors who previously couldn't do damage of their own, you know, they only apply status effects to the enemies that, you know, can help other allies do more damage. This lets it so even like people like the Taylor, who, you know, is more of a support cursor, even he can do damage now using Hex Touch, because that makes it so any enemy will take damage from any curse once it get applied on them. And 2 more curses right after. That's crazy. Seamstress, another enemy that does sewn, I think. Yeah, the knife curse enemy is sewn. That's pretty good. Another sewing enemy. Get a merchant upgrade, and the silencer, who does some silencing, which usually he'd be one of my least favorite cursors, because he like doesn't do much damage on his own, and his silencing ability is kind of mid, because sometimes it targets regular enemies who don't even have abilities. But now that I have so much cursors, he can hit way more people, thanks to, you know, the sheer amount of curses I'll be applying due to having 4 cursors. Plus, he also does damage with his silence now, thanks to my Hex Touch, which is such a good relic to be getting in my curse run. Like this is probably the curse run now. Like I got real lucky with getting Hex Touch early. Yeah, look at how quickly the enemies are getting just evaporated. They're getting absolutely wrecked by all that damage, which is so nice. Also, the silencer is probably also better. The thing I forgot to mention is, while the silencer isn't that well in base game, he's actually probably a lot better in modded, because in my opinion at least, modded special enemies are way more deadly than like base game special enemies. At least like the healing one is, because like the healing enemy that the mod adds is like extremely deadly, dude. I like literally, if you saw my swarm video where I was trying to do make a swarmer build, I literally would have like rounds where I would be hitting enemies constantly with my like toy master, and the enemy just wouldn't die because they were just being infinitely healed to max health every single second by like a healer. So like having the silencer to silence the healer can actually be pretty good and help me like thin the horde so that I can actually get to the healer and kill them. Though that shouldn't really matter this much with this kind of build because this build has way more area of effect than my swarm build, so they should be able to kill the healer before he does too much anyway. Because the swarmer build couldn't really kill the healer very well because I only had critters who are single target. But these guys with all the zone offline, they're gonna be doing crazy stuff. They're gonna be doing some crazy area of effect damage. Hit all the enemies. Man, I'm getting through these rounds quick. Keep my distance. Boom. Yeah, this silencing is like pretty good with all the extra stacks of like cursing I'm getting from having a bunch of cursors, because I'm able to get like the orange units silenced, so like they're not dashing into me. Yeah, I think the reason why I dislike the silencer so much wasn't really because he was bad. I think it's just because I never really got a good chance to use them in like my base game, like vanilla playthroughs, because I'd always get like the silencer like first whenever I was doing a cursor playthrough. So it sucked because I'm like, man, I want some early game damage, but the cursor I got was a silencer. But like when you're like later in the game, a silencer actually isn't that bad, it seems. I think I replaced this Wanderer with Chronomancer. Chronomancer's probably be better to have than a Wanderer. Just get like buff all my cursors to be faster. And I'll also get a Paladin potentially. Upgrade to Paladin, who's right here. Wait, now that I'm thinking about it, I completely forgot, because I added these guys, because I had added all these Wanderers, the Paladin was now in position 3. Dude, I was getting wasted damage potential, because I need to have my cursor be in position 3. Whoops. I was wasting damage that I could have been getting. Okay, so put these there. There, that should be fine. Yeah, I was messing up a little there by having the Paladin be in position 3. I don't know how many levels I had that being the case. I probably should have moved it sooner, so I could have had my Bloodsucker attacking faster and by being in position 3. Keep my distance. There's a few ranged enemies. Yep. Ooh, perfect dodge. They were able to hit me, even despite how long my snake is. Oh, never mind. I was about to say, despite how long my snake is, they aren't hitting me a single time, and then they hit me a bunch. I need to get closer to them. My curses don't have that long range. Ooh, they really messed me up there, dude. Ooh, I was underestimating their damage potential that the ranged enemies have. They wrecked my snake. I gotta be careful now. I do not want to die now. Especially with like this good of a curse build going, it would be a tragedy to die right now. Get rid of this ranged unit. I lost somebody. Whoops. No. Ooh, that's bad. I only have 2 people left to beat the last 2 waves. I mean, last 1 wave. Hopefully it's small. And there's no ranged enemies. Okay, there's 2 ranged enemies, but I killed the entire crowd pretty quickly, so I should be able to, like, slowly kill the ranged enemies in like a safe way. Hit them with a silence. Actually, is that the silencer or is that another? What is this blue guy? Is this the silencer or? No, it's the stone guy. Ooh, I was really hoping it'd be the silencer so that I can, you know. Man, I can't really get too close to them. It's too like dangerous. No. That's real unfortunate. I'm about to restart now. Man, that run was going really good, but unfortunately, I overestimated my damage, and I just was being way too risky. I should have dodged better, but I was getting a little too cocky. I was like, man, my damage is so good that I got too egotistical. I didn't like pay attention enough. Well, I guess we're going to be going for a engineer build this time, or construct build this time, since I got an early game engineer. Man, getting a level 3 construct class unit is really good. I can't remember what the name of the class is for some reason. I just know their ones make contracts. And man, this one's really good, dude. The engineer is real good. Got some crazy damage. Yeah, what's the name of the class again? Yeah, builders. Unfortunately, my curse build did not last very long, but perhaps the builder build will succeed where the curse build failed. Probably because considering like builders, as long as you like get some good powers and you get a lot of them, builders can be pretty strong. Especially like engineer, dude. Look how much damage this engineer's doing. Let me be careful of that ranged enemy. Okay, finish off the ranger. Finish off the ranged enemy. Be careful not to get hit by projectiles. Walk around. Slowly circle them. Luckily, the one good thing about the builders versus like the cursors, at least like the builders have a bit more range. Like, the cursors are still like decently long range, but you did see it like in my in that last run that like one of the problems it's having is I had to get like a little too close to the like ranged units, and that's what kind of messed me up when I had like a low level amount of units. When I started losing units, what caused me to lose even more is just I had to get too close to ranged units, and I ended up like not dodging very well when I'm too close to them. Because while like the curse units do have, you know, better range than like, I don't know, like warriors and stuff, they still don't have like very good range in comparison to like builders and mages and sorcerers who can like, they can keep like a real good distance. I'll take a merchant, and I'll probably take one magician just be careful, make sure the engineer has a bit of backup because we are at the level 3, you know, harder wave, so I don't want the engineer to be by himself. He might struggle a bit. Though he does have a paladin, so he probably would be careful. He probably would be safe, but I just want to be on the sure side. Make sure he's not going to get absolutely wrecked. Because, you know, getting an engineer immediately is like a pretty lucky thing, so I don't want this run to go to waste. Okay, we only got one more wave, which should be easy. We've got one green guy, so be careful. Keep my distance so they don't run right into me. Okay, we've got one ranged dude, a few red dudes, so it should be pretty easy. Yep, ranged dude's already gone. Just finish up the 2 red dudes left, and we should be fine. Okay, what do I get? Assassination, I don't have any of that kind of stuff. Divine Blessing, and Fracture, and Speed. I'll take Speed. Speed's fine. Speed is like okay. So I'll throw this guy here. Now I'm not taking any of these guys. I don't need any more units right now unless they're builders. I don't need anything else right now because we have enough damage that we can survive just based off the little we have right now. We're doing still perfectly fine. Keep my distance. Keep my distance. Don't let the enemies get to me. Man, those purple guys died so quick. They didn't get to use any of their, they barely got to use like any of their abilities in time. Okay, we've got one, I think, healer, so be careful. Kill him quickly so he can't get too much heals off. And, you know, prolong the fight way longer than it needs to be. And let's just go and run into enemies. Go ahead and finish this wave off. A paladin, bloodsucker. I'll take a cleric and a paladin upgrade. That should be good. That should be good. Keep my distance. Don't get spawned on top of. Okay, we got one healer. Finish him off quickly. Oh, he's kind of like sitting in the middle of the crowd, but now he's a little isolated, so hopefully the engineer turret will get him. Hopefully, like, the sentry will get him. Let me just go ahead and hit him. Boom. Okay, no more healer, so we should finish up this wave. Finish him up. Okay, next wave. Oh, spawning in the middle again, it seems. One ranged unit and one ice unit, so keep a good distance. Don't get cut off by projectiles. Except they didn't even have a chance to shoot the ranged projectiles because the ranged enemy died too quickly to even do it. Keep a good distance. hit this guy, hit him once more. Be careful the guy that he is enraging. We got 2 healers, so get rid of them quickly so they don't keep the enemy horde around forever. Luckily the healer literally stopped right in front of my sentry, so I was able to kill him pretty quickly. The second one was a little slow to kill. Ooh, lost my paladin, but I should keep everything else alive though, so it should be fine. Plus this is the last wave, so it's good. I think I want to move the engineer off of position 3. I don't think he's summoning any more turrets or anything from being. I don't think it's affecting him because he's still keeping the same 3 turrets. So it should probably be this guy instead. Do I want to keep? I'll take 1 scout as well. I feel like my damage is a little low that way. Plus we're going into a boss. I wanted to keep my damage up a bit higher than this. I wasn't clearing that last level very quickly, so I probably need a bit more damage to beat the boss, I estimate. Okay, keep my damage, don't get run into by the boss's special ability. He's probably going to activate pretty soon. Luckily it did absolutely nothing because the enemies had not yet spawned for his ability to activate on them. Ooh, he's about to use it again though, and I'm right next to them, so that's kind of dangerous. Unfortunately, my rogue is about... Nope, never mind. I was going to say they're about to die, but I did heal in time, luckily. The boss is still half health, though, so I should be careful of that. He's not dying too quickly, but I'm not taking too... Actually, I'm taking a decent amount of damage. Yeah, my paladin... Ooh, my paladin and my engineer died. It's kind of bad. All I have left is like a healer, a merchant, and like a rogue. And the rogue is the only one that actually can do damage, so I have to be very careful. Luckily, because the snake is smaller now, I can dodge a bit better though, so there's still a chance of beating this, so I have to be way more careful. Now, like, heal up. Don't get... Okay, we don't have any healers, so I guess we're not going to be doing much more healing. Okay, let's just have, like, hopefully have the merchant take any damage the rogue will hit. Okay, the boss is still pretty alive, but hopefully we might be able to kill him with just a rogue, but I don't know. I don't know if the rogue has enough damage by himself for this, so it will be a little dangerous. Keep my distance. Okay, the merchant's gone, and the rogue is gone. Well, that is going to be another restart. Avenger. Revives first allies. I don't like that. Maybe we'll go for a rogue build. We got a rogue noble. You know, we've been getting a lot of, like, random rogue enemies in both of our runs. Just, like, some random rogues. So maybe we should go for a full rogue build now. Instead of just having, like, 1 rogue, you know, backing up the main build like we were in the last 2 runs. Okay, the queen, kind of like a okay rogue, it seems. She's shooting a lot of projectiles, but the problem is a lot of them are missing. It's a problem, so, like, you actually see her damage potential, not very high, though, right now. With only a few, like, if it was a big horde enemy, she'd probably do a lot more damage because she'd have more stuff for things to hit. But, you know, at the beginning of the game, with only, like, 3 enemies, it seems she's not doing too much damage by herself. So I'm probably going to give her, like, a magician to back her up because she doesn't have very good target damage. Her thing spreads out too much to, like, specifically target, like, a few enemies very well. Okay, they're about to spawn. Oh, 2 ranged enemies, in fact. Be careful. The one good thing, though, is while her attacks aren't very targeted, they do have a decent range. They do a decently far range. So they do at least hit enemies from decently far, even if they are a bit inaccurate. Okay, hit that guy. You know something I noticed? We've gotten, like, the position 3 upgrade every single time. I'm just thinking about that. I'm surprised how often we've gotten that position 3 upgrade. I feel like the damage is still a little low, so I'm gonna get 1 lurker as well to back them up. Though I do lose 1 point of interest because of that, but the damage of the 1 mage and 1 queen is still a little low, so I want to be on the careful side, be on the safe side. Hopefully I'll get another rogue soon, because the queen is like a 3-cost rogue, so there should still be, like, lots of, you know, 1 or 2 cost rogues I can get pretty early to, get my rogue family bonus going. Also, I definitely had that queen die a little too early. I was a little too close to the enemies. I probably should have kept my distance a bit better. The problem is, because it's so early, I just like want to run right into the enemies, beat them up with contact damage, because it's like so early that I feel like I can do it. But I'm forgetting, like, I don't have the paladin right now, so I can't really take as much damage as I usually would this early. I don't got the paladin to, tank a bunch of damage for me. Okay, be careful. Don't want to die literally with the last 2 enemies. And arena clear. What do we get? Homing barrage and blessing, lasting 7, swift throw. Oh, this is perfect. Rogue specific upgrade that makes them attack faster is nice. I'll get a cleric. I don't really want another upgrade to a lurker, because I'm gonna sell them eventually, probably when I get more rogues. Yeah, this time let me keep a bit more of a distance. I was getting a little too close to enemies, especially whenever they have special abilities. Like, I definitely should keep a little far from these guys, considering that green guy. Though luckily the green guy died pretty quickly. We have 2 more green guys though, so I should be careful. Keep my distance so they don't dash right into me with their like enhanced speed from the green guy. Slow and steady wins the race. No need to rush and run right into the enemies. I can keep my distance and slowly finish. That's the way to win safely and not end up losing midway through a pretty good run because I made stupid, careless mistakes. It's better to be safe than sorry. Okay, I'll take a paladin for a bit of protection, and next level, level 5. I'd like to get a few more rogues for the boss, hopefully. They haven't really been appearing very often for some reason. Okay, 2 healers. I should probably circle around to the back and get the 2 healers. I don't like how they're healing the enemies. Because on like New Game 3, the healers just do so much healing that if you keep them around, they'll essentially keep a horde of enemies alive for like almost forever. Especially if it's like on a higher like level too. Like if you're in like late in a run, those healers just get so strong that they're literally gonna essentially make immortal enemies too. So you gotta make sure to kill them. Which hopefully they usually spawn in the back, but sometimes they can, get stuck in like the middle of the enemy crowd, which can be unfortunate if you don't have enough, area of effect damage. I mean, not area, area of effect damage. You don't have enough AoE damage, it can be bad. But luckily this time they spawned in the back of the horde, so I was able to pretty quickly dispatch them without taking too much damage from the other enemies. I need to be careful of this ranged guy. I think he's going to shoot right into my snake. Luckily he died before he could get all 3 of his projectiles off. He only got 1 of them, and the other one's dead, so that's an arena clear. We should be having the boss soon. Yeah, we have the boss here, so I'll buy the swordsman even though he doesn't fit the build, because I need damage. In fact, I'll probably re-roll because I still don't know if this is enough to even deal with. Even this is enough. What do I get? I'm gonna buy all of these. Even though I lose money, I want to be like for sure I win. I don't want to lose this run. It's unfortunate I've still not gotten a single other rogue, which is weird because like there should still be like the 1 cost rogue that I haven't gotten yet. So I'm surprised I haven't gotten a single other rogue yet. There should still be like a lot of cheap ones left. Ooh, that's a lot of contact damage that the boss just did to me. Unfortunate. No, my paladin. Unfortunate. I took a little too much damage there at the beginning. I should have healed up more. Though I am killing the boss pretty fast, so it should be fine. I should kill him pretty soon. Ooh, he did just run straight into my snake a bunch, but he died from it, so it's fine. Okay, please give me something good. No. Reroll. Kinetic strike. Call the void. Meat shield. I don't really like any of these. I want something better for rogues. No. Infesting strike. Chance for attack to spawn critters on kill. Tainted power. Fracture. I mean, this is probably the best one for what I can do. It's something at least. Okay, finally we get another rogue. though I would like more. Build a decoy. I don't think I've seen this guy. Build a decoy that lasts 14 seconds and taunts nearby enemies. So essentially this is like a unit version of that one like relic that makes it so your constructs can taunt. This is essentially like a unit version of that. So who do I sell? Who do I think is doing the least amount? I'll get... Nah, I didn't mean to get rid of the merchant. I meant to get rid of the swordsman. First, I saw the orange of the merchant and for some reason thought it was the yellow of the swordsman. I got the colors confused for a second for some reason. And then why did I buy the decoy? Okay, I got so flustered I bought the decoy when I meant to buy the Beastmaster. Whoopsie. I need to stop making those kind of mistakes. It's gonna mess me up with this run. Whoops. It's fine, because I have a lot of units that don't fit the build that can sell later anyway, if I do get units that fit the build. So I still essentially have like a bank of money left over when I sell these random units that don't fit. Oh, be careful, don't give it too much. Hopefully this infesting strike relic will add, you know, some nice little bit of extra damage. Though it's probably not gonna add too much right now because the percentage chance of it activating is still kind of low because it's still a level 1 version of the relic. But if I ever get to level 3, which probably is gonna happen now because I'm saving money, but in the future if I get it to level 3, it should be like pretty useful. At just getting that little bit of extra damage whenever you kill an enemy. Keep my distance. Oh, let me get rid of this healer though, so I'm gonna keep healing the enemies. Get rid of this guy as well. Nope, never mind. He just died from an attack. And arena clear again. Please give me a rogue again. Man, I'm just not getting rogues. At least I got my merchant back though. Okay, this time I'm actually gonna sell the swordsman properly. Get the merchant. Man, look at all these just classes, dude. We literally got like, it's literally going like off the screen. You barely can see it. It's literally going off the screen because we have just so many random classes. Because so many of these are like multi-classes, so we just have like all the classes in the game essentially. Okay, they're spawning on the left side. They have one healer, one ice dude, and a charger. So let's circle around to the back and get rid of the healer. Luckily that with only one healer at this early in the game though, he's not too deadly because even with his healing, we can still kill the enemies. It's just gonna be a little harder thanks to the healing. But we can still kill them. It's not making them unfoldable yet. But once you start getting like 2 healers later levels, it's gonna be a little harder. So we should go ahead and start getting used to like, you know, taking out the healers first as they practice for like the later levels when they become a lot more of an issue. Okay, we got one ice dude and one enraging green dude. Ooh, that's unfortunate that I mage died, but I had to like go around the top. Made a bit of a miscalculation. I probably should have like went below instead of above. Okay, one more wave. Oop, don't get spawned on top of. That's a bit dangerous. Ooh, let me get rid of this healer as well. Don't let him do too much healing. Oh, I didn't finish him off. Unfortunate. Ooh, I'm losing a bit too many units. I need to run away. There's a little too many units I'm losing there. In fact, I lost my rogue. Both of my rogues, in fact. Ooh, this is bad. I'm in a real dangerous situation here. These healers are kind of keeping the enemy alive, and they're enraging into me too. This is real bad. Do not let my Barrager die. He's the only one who can deal damage, dude. Because all I have is a cleric and a Barrager. I cannot let these people die. Okay, just be really careful. Don't let the orange dude, you know, like charge into me and like immediately snipe my Barrager from like a mile away and kill him. Just be super, super careful. This is the last wave. So as long as I survive here, it should be good. It's getting a little deadly though. I underestimated like how quick the enemies were. I forgot, you know, my snake is getting so long that, you know, it's a lot harder to, you know, like get those like tight squeezes at the top of the map and escape the enemies. So I need to like make sure to like calculate more room in, you know. I need to realize that like I can't make these like tight squeezes when I have like 10 units. I have to like make sure there's more room before I try to like go around the enemy horde. Okay, Okay. Keep my distance. Keep healing up my barrager too so he doesn't die. Okay. Just be really careful of the orange dude. Don't let him like charge into me or something. Okay, just one red dude, one orange dude, and the orange dude's pretty low in health. Whew! Arena clear, dude. That was dangerous. I very easily. Finally, oh my god, finally got the scout, dude. Like literally easy to get like level 1 scout, and it took me forever to get him, despite the fact that he should be pretty common. Who do I get rid of? I'll get rid of. I don't really want the barbarian. I'll get a scout instead. What does the sidekeeper do again? Generates 3. Dang, every time he loses HP. I feel like I remember this unit being a base game or something. Deals double contact damage, so you get healing if he takes damage. You know, honestly, I kind of like him. He kind of seems cool, like a cool healer. Honestly, I might get rid of like. I'm gonna get rid of the wizard. Put this guy in the front. He might be that necessary little bit of extra healing I need. Oh, I might actually want to re-roll for another rogue, despite the fact I'm going to lose money doing that, because this is another boss wave, I'm pretty sure, so I would like to get some more stuff. Assassin. Throws piercing knife that does damage, and then extra damage for a second. Nice. Let me get like the rogues all together. Okay, our boss to get a paladin. And you know what might be a crazy strat? What if I get rid of the barrager, replace him with the king, and we just instantly kill the king? Because if this is a boss wave, the boss is going to immediately spawn. So if you just immediately kill the king's going to die and do a huge amount of damage. It just insta kill the boss. Like, actually, I probably could do that. It will essentially be like a little mini nuke at the start of the game. Also, we got 4 rogues now, so we got the 3 rogue, you know, extra chance to crit ability activated, which is pretty nice. Also, because the king is a merchant and the merchant is a mercenary, because of that, I should be getting the nice old. Also, this wasn't even a boss wave. I'm starting to realize this was actually just like a harder wave. That's why I was saying it. Whoopsie, this wasn't a boss wave yet. Well, I mean, it's still good to get a king before the boss wave. It'll be like good later anyway. It'll still be good for the boss wave. Just think of it as like an early investment. Also, I forgot. I didn't realize they actually ricochet. I didn't read that. I guess I didn't read that in the description. The ricochet should make it do way more damage. Because for a second, I was afraid that even though his projectiles would do a lot of damage when it dies, the projectiles won't hit a lot of stuff because they go everywhere probably, like the queen. But actually, I don't have to worry about that because if the king's projectiles ricochet, that it's just gonna like miss and then ricochet back into the boss, so it should be fine. Anyway. Okay. Vulnerability, Whispers of Doom, movement speed. I don't like any of these really. No, I got one. I'm not really good for mages. I'm going with it. Wait, taking damage shares across enemies path. Extra defense. No, actually the defense one probably would have been that bad, but I'd rather something else. No. Yes, here. This requires them to crit. So they'll do way more damage if they crit, but they have to crit or else they do way less damage. I don't really want that because right now I don't have that many rogues, so I'm not gonna be critting that often. So I actually might crit me more than it helps me. I'm actually probably gonna go for group healing because all I have is like a cleric that spawns like 1 orb, so that's not really enough for like 10 people. So I'll get group healing to like help share it out more. Okay, we're getting another rogue. I don't think have I seen this guy before? Gotcha. Right. Curses 6 nearby enemies with a suspect debuff, lowering defense. Yeah, I have seen this guy, I think. Or I've seen somebody else who gives the suspect debuff. I can't remember. So it's also Enchanter relic, which could be cool if we get the Enchanter relic. Okay, who do we get rid of? We'll get rid of the Magician, replace with him. Now we got a Novelist, getting our Scouts, and boom. Yes, now we have 5 rogues. So if you get 1 more, we'll have a 30% chance for it, which should be pretty good. Okay, so we should be getting the boss soon. Then, so if it's not this wave, if it's not this level, it should be next level. And so what we'll do is, you know, we'll just run the king right into the enemy. And then, you know, he die, spawn a bunch of like ricocheting projectiles, and then hopefully they'll all ricochet into the boss and like immediately kill it. Okay, knock these guys down. Ooh, that was a really bad charge. Did a lot of damage to me. Unfortunate. Get rid of this guy. Oh, my king died, I see. Seeing all the little ricocheting projectiles. I would have liked him to die a little later so he can, like, you know, clear up the last wave. But, you know, it's fine if he dies, like, middle wave, like, wave 3. It'll help me clear him up pretty quickly. Plus, the ricocheting projectiles stayed around for so long that they actually made it all the way from wave 3 to wave 5. Also, the thing I completely forgot to mention is because I have a king and the merchant, because they're both mercenaries, I have a chance to drop gold now, which is cool. It gives me a little bit extra money. No. Don't really care about any of these. I actually want to get something else. Her heals per at most hurt unit. I don't really care about that. No, I'm just gonna probably save my money. I was hoping to make it like a really good reroll. Circle. Circle. Okay, run away. Run away. Okay. Okay, has to be next wave that's the boss, right? I can never remember the waves the bosses are. Like, I feel like I know because I have played this game like a decent amount of time. Like I'm all the way to like new game +3, and I've also played more waves than new game. I've also played new game +3 multiple times. So I feel like you feel like I would know, but I don't. I always forget, dude. Always forget what the boss waves are on. Okay, we got the king already dead, so he has his ricocheting projectiles, which will hopefully last all the way to wave 5 again and give me that extra bit of damage. I'm pretty sure the reason why they last long is because they're not just ricocheting, they're also piercing, I'm pretty sure. So that's probably the reason why they're lasting so long. Let me move around. Ooh, that was a bit of damage. I gotta pick up the gold! I gotta pick up the gold before the wave wins. Please, let me pick it up! Okay, dude. Got that perfect. Got the little gold right there. Okay, now it's the boss. It has to be the boss wave now. Let me see if I can get some cool stuff before that happens. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just upgrade. So I have like 5 rogues. Nah, actually, I'm gonna save my money. I have good enough damage, probably. I'm gonna save my money, actually, so I can get to 100. I really want to get some good interest. And I have enough damage for now, for like the first boss, probably. Okay, let's get that king dead. Start spawning his bounce projectiles. Hopefully do a huge amount of damage to the boss. Like this. Boss is already dead. Now we just gotta clear up all the remnants and pick up any gold that spawns. Any more gold? I don't see any. Okay. And none of these seem to be good for what I'm looking for. Do a reroll. That's also another reason why I should save money so I can do some rerolls. Projectiles that chain get 4 damage per chain. How many of my rogues actually chain? Pierces, chains, pierces. Not that many of them actually chain. And I know a lot of rogues do change, but currently most of them don't. So I want something else. Slower. Chance that projectiles chain lightning. All of them shoot projectiles, so that's good. All of my rogues do, so that'd be good. Fairy, nah. I'm gonna keep my money. Since I'm at 100, I'll be getting way more interest. So I'll just spend any money I get after 100. Unless I have to spend money because I'm like in a bad position, I'm gonna try to like keep my money always at 100 now, so I can keep getting like that max amount of interest I can. Also, once I get over 100, instead of spending my money on rerolls, I'm probably gonna spend my money on first. I'm probably gonna spend on upgrading those relics, like upgrading the chain lightning one. That'd probably be like more useful. The chain lightning and the swift rogue that upgrades the attack speed of rogues. Those two probably be most useful to do right now. Also, I would really like to replace the Sidekeeper's cool and all, but I'd rather replace them for like that one healer I had during my noble run, where like, you know, that one guy who like heals your entire party and gives attack speed, like the musician or something like that. He was like pretty cool. He was like pretty good when I had him, so I'd like to get him again. Okay, finish off this crowd. Ooh, I'm taking too much damage. I should should stop running my snake into it. I'm getting too confident again. I'm once again making the mistake of getting super confident and like making stupid mistakes. I should recognize I need to keep my distance and not run my snake into enemies. I'm not doing like a healer build or something where I can take that amount of damage, nor am I doing a warrior build where I have a lot of defense. So I should be more careful because I do not want to lose, which I'm about to lose, I think. Okay, I'm actually okay. Oh my God! Don't tell me I'm gonna lose again because I got overconfident. No. Actually, we can still make it back. I guess. Okay, no, we cannot make it back. Actually, man, that is unfortunate. I really threw that there. Oof. Well, man, it's already been 50 minutes. I want to do another run, but if I do another run and beat that run, dude, this video is gonna be 2 hours long, and that's gonna take a long time to upload. So this is gonna be the end of the video. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully next video I won, dude. In fact, I probably could have won this video, but the problem is I need to like tone down my overconfidence when I start doing good, because I need to realize that on like new game, when you start getting to like the high level new games, like new game +3 and stuff and higher, like the enemies get strong enough that like a few mistakes from you being too overconfident can take you from the top where you're easily killing enemies to very quickly the bottom. So I need to like tone it down a little. Well, if you liked this video, bye.